A Roman cross stood ghost-like, and it wore a crimson gown. The Roman spikes were empty. They had taken Jesus down. The grinning dice were lying with their black eyes opened wide, and a rusty spear was bleeding with the red blood from his side. The wind was wet with weeping, and the moon bore a fevered breath, and Calvary was groaning with the catastrophe of death. And like orphans in the valley, the tall trees sighed and swayed, remembering 'neath their branches, he came and knelt and prayed. There were shadows on Praetorium, and tarnished was the gold. And the flesh of traitor Judas was many hours cold. Barabbas had been pardoned, and the mob was satisfied. Satan sang on the stage of hell, God's Son is crucified. The Sabbath sun was shining on the lilies near his tomb, but the seeds of resurrection burst forth from granite womb. Could hands on a lifeless bosom unlock the gates of dread? Would he vindicate his promise and rise from Joseph's bed? I see a woman running, and her eyes are wide as day. Come quickly, oh come quickly, they have stolen him away. With hurrying feet they followed to what they thought was doom. But they found a risen Savior, and Easter all in bloom. Sometimes on a winter's evening when the howling wind would blow and the moon spilled her magic across the whitened fields of snow, and the fireplace was a-roaring and the flames were dancing red, my heart's delight on a winter's night was a glass of buttermilk and bread. Outside 'twas cold as blazes, but inside 'twas snug and warm, and I'd curl me up with a storybook, unmindful of the storm. And when I got to feeling drowsy and was asked to go to bed, I couldn't turn in till with a grin I had a glass of buttermilk and bread. It mattered not the dinner nor the supper that I got, if the food was cold and soggy or if 'twas served steaming hot. Regardless of the cooking or how sumptuously I was fed, I couldn't feel right to retire at night without a glass of buttermilk and bread. Sometimes on a winter's evening my Paul would pop some corn, and the kid that couldn't eat it has never yet been born. I ate enough to kill me, at least that was what my mother said. And I weighed a ton, but just for fun I had a glass of buttermilk and bread. My ma got sore enough to spank me, but of course she never did. For a fellow has to eat, you know, especially a growing country kid. And ma swore that after I was grown and long after I was wed, I would nag my wife throughout her life about a glass of buttermilk and bread. The good book says that man lives for 70 years and 10. That is, if its habits have been good and his eating has been no sin. But will some kind soul please tell me now before I'm dead, Do you think it fair if over there they serve us no buttermilk and bread?